What's going on, guys? Welcome to another week. Got Caleb back there tending to a fire. The rest of the family's coming later. I've still got the Forestry Mulcher warming her up now. We're gonna finish up with the Forestry Mulcher. Once the family gets here, they're just gonna pick up big pieces that they can find underneath the snow. Trees that haven't been mulched up, and they're just gonna burn it. There she is.
All right, walk me through.
All right, so as soon as you close the door, actually close the door now because you can hear me through here. All right, so pull down the little roller coaster ride thing that's above you. She's turning this way. One tip that he told me, like, I guess these tracks can come off, and that's really bad if it happens. There you go. Back up, back up. You guys are clearing out a lot. It's nice. My beautiful wife made me up.
Oh, no. That was not the attitude a second ago, which is why I'm recording. I make him a salad with delicious wild-caught cod fish sticks. And instead of saying, thank you, hun.
This is my pet peeve right here.
That's actually a medium-sized fork.
This is a baby fork.
Look at that. While he was running out to get diesel, I got it stuck somewhere down there. While he was gone, to the point that I could not lower the step or whatever. I don't know any terminology. The boom enough to get out. I am claustrophobic and borderline panic. I had to calm myself down and tell myself it'll be okay. I didn't get it unstuck. I was just able to lower it and get out. Not really feeling like I'm helpful. I'm just creating problems. I'm gonna just
How's the sandwich, Caleb?
work on the fire. In all honesty, I don't even know if it's stuck. I just am that unskilled that I couldn't maneuver the machine. Oh, shit. Well, that's one way to exit. I didn't think about that. What you doing? Are you cutting things? Anything you want to say to the camera?
No. Also, do not go to the party when it's cold. And do not forget your gloves or your big jacket.
There you go. And just wherever you want. Full throttle first. I cut both of them. I would cut this because there's 3 of them here, but like this one is all by itself. Leave it.
Why?
Because I want it to grow to be a big oak.
Okay, in 30 years? Like,
Yeah, we're not just cutting everything. There you go.
I'm better going this way. This way, I'm like...
Oh God, where are the kids? Everyone stay away from mom. Hey, you want to be my big helper?
What?
You want to record mom?
No! Dad sent me on camera duty.
So Amelia
hard, right?
has said she wants to have a cool
Mom,
cutting
I'm trying to
instrument. Having a cool cutting instrument like the rest of us. She doesn't like being on the bottom of the totem pole.
Lisa, come here.
Even though she's not even on that because she barely helps. I said you got to start with the bottom job and move up, but she says she gets bored pulling logs and trees. So don't play.
Very nice. Give me this. That's our thumbnail. End of day 3. Family left earlier to get stuff ready for dinner and all, or to get ready for dinner. And I lost my GoPro. I tried to get some really cool footage and put the magnet on the top and looking down. And yeah, I kept checking it like every 5 minutes, whether it's around where I thought it was or it got in the tumbler and launched. All right, guys, let's see you tomorrow. Another day. Let's get it prepped up.
Let's go over there because I'm worried one of these is going to squirt.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. You know what? Don't lift. Go up.
Go up?
Go up. We're off the ground. Idle it down and shut it off.
It punched out a bunch of grease.
All right, guys, I am back. Another day. So yesterday at around 2:30, tracks came off. I called my buddy who lives about a mile and a half away, and he said, I'm on my way. Well, literally like 5 minutes later, I see someone walking up, and I'm like, damn, bro, that was quick. Well, he was looking down. He looks up at me, and it's not the buddy I called. It's my other buddy, the one that lent the tractor to me. He was just coming to say hello. So I'm like, well, it's funny that you're here. Do you know how to put tracks back on a skid steer? He was like, no, but we'll figure it out. So then the 3 of us spent 2.5 hours. Well, really, the 2 of them spent 2.5, almost 3 hours trying to put the track back on, and they tried everything. I was in prison the whole time inside the skid steer because once I raised the boom to elevate the track, I couldn't get out. The door won't open, which is a weird design. What if something happens? You know, I'm just stuck in there. Anyway, but I get it. I guess it could be a safety design so you don't get out while the thing is going. I don't know. Anyway, I have a plan. In the last video, I said I will problem solve. And I will problem solve. Actually, 2 out of my 5 kids have me in their contacts. Not as dad, but as the problem solver. I will figure it out. All right, so here is where we are. Still stuck. It was down there, and I was able to get the tracks back on. I greased it up, and everything looked fine. And then I got out of there, came up about 200 feet, and I looked down, like I started not being able to move forward anymore. And I looked down, and it looks like this. So I think I'm done. Didn't really mulch well at all, really. I mean, there's some trees that it mulched okay, but for the most part, all the stumps are still just frailed. And well, I'm gonna make a phone call. Janice is on her way. She's gonna bring the blower. I already put fuel in it and topped it off and greased it up everywhere else other than the tracks, because they're gonna have to come and fix this, because I can't figure out what's wrong. So I guess the rest of it will have to be family power, and we'll just get out here and start doing what we can with these big logs and trees and pile them up and burn them. So here is the update. We sent text to Jessica. She's responding. We asked for a full refund, and that's it. There's the machine. That's how it's gonna stay. I cleaned it up, fueled it up. Everything is set to go. Now we're just gonna wait for her response, and while we wait, we're gonna go have lunch. Yeah. So here we go. We're on my buddy's tractor, and we're gonna ride. Watch out for this thing. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on.
I'm getting off.
No, stay. I got this. How was that?
My life flashed before my eyes twice.
Yeah, there was definitely one little pucker.
One.
All right, guys, so I'm out at the property again. It is Tuesday. Tomorrow is actually the last day. Really, it was Sunday afternoon because the tracks came off. Again, I was able to put them on, and they came back off after a couple hundred feet of movement. So I messaged the company. What a mess. Why can't things just work? Now I'm just waiting to see when they're gonna come pick it up and if they're gonna refund me, or I don't want it to get messy. I'm not that type of person. So frustrating, because I really had high hopes for this week, and I mean, even though it did clear the trees, it broke down the trees. Now I'm gonna have to spend, just man hours picking them up, putting them in piles, so that we can walk through here without breaking an ankle. Oh, hold on, that's a phone call. That's them. Good morning, Jessica.
This is actually Jason.
Oh,
Just giving you a call.
good morning,
How are you?
Jason.
Good morning.
Good, sir.
Jessica briefed me on your situation here, so I wanted to touch base with you.
Okay.
We came up with a plan here. What we did was this morning we rerouted one of our guys, might be the same guy who delivered it actually,
Rich.
from Georgia up to you.
Okay.
So he is going to come up to your place this morning. He is a couple hours away.
Okay.
And he is going to come up there, make sure the machine's okay, check everything, and he will run the machine for you for a little bit and show you how to run it. If you have debris on the ground that's not getting chomped up, you need to rake the ground with the machine. That's what people do in order to get it into finer pieces over there.
Right.
Today,
Okay.
to get somebody out there, Rich will come out, we'll go over and find out. You can express your concerns about the machine. He'll look at anything, and he knows these teeth. He changes these teeth. He knows all of that stuff. He knows these tracks. The
Right.
tracks don't generally go bad. We don't really replace tracks under 1,000 hours
Yeah.
unless somebody messed them up. And you'd be able to see if somebody messed them up. Typically, there's chunks missing. Yeah, we'll come up with a plan for whatever we need to do.
Right.
He's not bringing another machine. He does not have one.
Yeah.
I'll talk with Jessica and see. Once he gets a determination, let's get Rich over there and we'll see where he feels we need to do to get that track back on and get rolling.
Right.
And make sure everything's so.
Perfect.
We'll figure it out one way or another. If I have to bring a different machine there, we will. Be there in a couple hours. We'll talk shortly after that and we'll kind of get through today and see how this goes, and we'll make a good plan going forward.
Sounds good. They are sending someone over to fix it. It's the same guy that taught me how to use it. He's going to look at the area. He's going to look at the teeth. He's going to run it for a little bit. And he's going to give the boss a call and say, yeah, this machine is either meh or and if it's then he's going to give me a little extra more time for me to finish the project. That's where we're at. So now I'm waiting on Rich to show up. A refund is a refund, right? Obviously, I would rather them keep the money and me use this properly, or, for it to probably get the job done. I saved up since November for this $4,000 to pay for that machine. That's what I want, If he were to call me and say, hey, we're just going to give you a full refund, I'd be relieved. I wouldn't feel like I got gypped, right? But then I'm left with this. But he called me and said, hey, we're going to make this right. We're going to send someone out there. We're going to fix the tracks. We're going to tighten it back, everything back up. Everything's going to get situated. And then we're going to let you run it and give you a couple extra days or some extra time. I'm okay with that. That's trying to make things right.
Something like a railroad tie.
Don't have any of those. All right, guys, so here is the latest update. They fixed the machine. By they, meaning Rich and myself. We worked together and fixed it. And the boss said he was going to give me a few extra days. So it is now Saturday. I was supposed to give it back on Wednesday, but I had to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so they gave me Saturday and Sunday. What ended up happening was, it wasn't my fault. Apparently there was a bad fitting on the track. It wouldn't hold the grease, and well, the tracks would end up coming off. She's ready to go, and yeah, that's that. The other thing that Rich did was, after we put it back on, he literally showed me that, okay, hey, the teeth aren't dull. Here's how you do it. So yeah, made wood into sawdust. The biggest difference that I see between how he's using it as a experienced operator and how I'm using it is that he is going slow. So yesterday I tried it out, been going slow. Today I've got a full day. I am going to take advantage of this beautiful day and just go nice and slow, take my time. The family's out of town. My son had a soccer tournament, so it's just me, and yeah, let's get to work. Midday, I refueled because I ran out of fuel way down there. So came back, I put the two 5-gallon tanks, I put 10 gallons in, and then I went home, let the dogs out, and got more fuel. So now I put 10 more gallons in. So 20 gallons, it is 12:30, and I think I'm gonna work for about 4 more hours, finish off up out there, and then come back. It looks good. I mean, I am definitely taking my time. That's one thing that they were saying, like, you got to go slow. And initially, I wasn't going slow. There are still big chunks out there, and what I'm finding is that, like, the bigger logs, like the actual thicker trees, I'm trying to break it up, and because it's not perfectly level ground, and there's, you know, like micro terrain type, I end up digging it and burying it in the ground as I'm coming back. All right, let's enough talk, let's get to work. Well, I am pretty darn close to being done. I have one full day tomorrow, but for the most part, I think tomorrow I'll come for a few hours and just kind of fine tune. Plus I need to clean the machine before they pick it up. Let's show you around. So there's the machine, and this is the OG right here, the OG clearing. Take a look. It's mulched. I've noticed the slower I go, the better it is. But sometimes I get a little impatient. I just want to go fast. There are some branches that I'm going to have to, pick up and burn. Mainly because I couldn't fit. A stump like this isn't going to let me go through it. And those things are hard. Like I'm trying to mulch that, and it'll take like 10 minutes. It is easier to walk through. You see, I have quite a few branches that I need to get rid of, and that's what I mean. Tomorrow I'll just come through and fine-tune everything. But huge difference. I mean, it is mulch. They're like strips. And I'll have to clean up the line that goes around. And the only reason I say clean up is because I can only get so far, dig the nose down, and then start mulching backwards. And then I try to go across and mulch backwards, which it worked out well, but there are still some trees that are knocked down and kind of leaning against, so I have to clean that up as well. Definitely easier to walk through. Here's this is all high ground. You can see it slopes all the way around. So this right here is the tip of a finger. I spent most of the afternoon back here. Had nightmares coming back here. This is where the track came off down here at an awkward angle, and then I was able to bring it up into this area before the tracks came off again. But I mean, I'm happy. I think this looks 1,000 times better than what I was trying to do with it earlier in the week. Yeah, I mean, it's all about taking your time, I guess. And I'm definitely taking my time. I mean, if they were to pick up the machine today, I'd be okay with it, because tomorrow, I mean, I'm just, like I said, fine tune, clean up a little bit. But man, does this machine suck on some diesel. It's crazy. Hey guys, quick funny story. My cousin lives in Alaska. They just moved probably about a year and a half ago. He works for the U.S. Postal Service. Well, he's going in, delivering a package, starts chit-chatting with the business owner, and turns out that the business owner is subscribed to me. So I want to give a shout out not only to my cousin Marcus, but also to Vasco and Julia. Their company is actually really cool. You guys should check it out. It's called the 49th Supply Company. And check out their website, www.the49thsupply.com. They've got hoodies, beanies. I want a hat. But yeah, man, check those guys out. Julia and Vasco, thanks a lot for watching and supporting the channel. Anyway, guys, this is it. This is what we have for week 8. I think it's week 8. Going on 2 months now with the property, and been making some good changes. So I'm glad for that. Thanks for watching another week, and stay tuned for next week. More to come. You guys take care.